We always come in whenever Mike wants to. Look what I drew.
No, please, I want to see it. Let me see. Oh wait, no, you gotta give me the. We can't see you. Give me the thing. Thank you. Give me the drawing. Oh, I love it.
What is it?
Very spooky.
It
Oh, I
might
see.
be a certain rat man shedding his skin to become the scrunge.
So we hold one character creation session, just one.
Dude, it's literally the only things like in my notebook since we did, in my drawing book since we did that. I have this drawing of Dr. Barnabas. I have. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. I have stuff that I did for my tabletop game.
So tell me.
I have a scrunge.
Okay.
Oops, all scrunge.
I guess I think I'm gonna keep that. I think I'm gonna keep that character creation hot seat. Only I'm gonna restrict it to less than 100 questions for Stacy's sanity.
I was fine. I was okay. I just got tired at the end of it, but you were tired too. We just got tired.
We were tired because we have been asking. It was a Q&A session for 3 fucking hours. Anyway,
I didn't even by the end of it, I had built an entire civilization.
You really did. Yeah. Now that's good. Once one of the games drops off or something, that's gonna be the new game. It's gonna be whatever characters we create. Anyway, Aaron, it's all yours.
Okay, that's me. Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm not creating an announcement to go live on other channels. Okay. Welcome to Kill City Sinners Who Killed Laura Palmer. Who wants we're professionals. Who wants to give a recap of what happened last week?
Stacy.
Thanks, Dave.
Oh, actually, no, Aaron. Aaron was the last person. Aaron didn't do it.
I did it last time.
Aaron already passed the baton.
Okay,
I'll go
that's
ahead
fair.
and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So last time on Kill City Sinners,
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me give you some music here. What kind of music do you want, Stacy?
something a little like edgy.
Ooh,
like little edgy.
like 90s angsty drama, like Moody's Point.
Dun, dun.
Oh, good.
I don't know if I have that. I don't know if I have that. Let me see. Is there...
Moody's Point, the satire Amanda Show teen drama,
Yeah.
where I believe a key plot point was that the dad cut his toes off and could no longer balance.
Yeah. Yep.
I didn't have a lot of friends as a kid. I watched a lot of TV.
That's gonna be this season's claymation episode. Is just Cyberpunk Moody's Point.
All right. Well, here, let's get some music in this jam.
All right.
Somewhere. There we go.
Last week on Kill City Sinners, the gang went up to Audrey's office to do some hardcore investigative work. Now was the time, after we had seen the initial scene of the crime, to investigate the rest of the club. And so off we went. Andromeda got her sticky little raccoon paws on the computer and was able to download a plethora of details that will be very juicy and useful later on. With the help of the wonderful Shari, however we decided to pronounce it, was able to do this pretty unnoticed by Audrey. While our other friends, Zephyr was also helping to distract Audrey, almost to the point of playing a harmonica. And our boy Kode was being all quick and nimble, little Jack be nimble, bouncing around downstairs, getting like the lay of the land and seeing what the landscape was like. There was some hot, spicy tension when Kode came back to talk about how there was no real entrances into Laura's dressing room, and confronted Andromeda and Shari about their whole deal, cause damn. So shit went down on that front.
That's a great recap.
This is really good. This is really fucking good.
And we ended off by taking all of our evidence and going somewhere else. And I think that's where we're picking up today. I feel like I missed a couple things, but I hit some of the major plot points.
I think you got it.
Yeah, you did really good. The last thing that happened was Shar was able to find the notebook and the journal, the little black book in the drawer. And there were 2 entries. There was one, it was every weekend at Owl's pawn shop, and then every day for 3 hours, the meeting with Dale Cooper. And with that, we are gonna go into the intro because my kid has to use the bathrooms. I want to be a mom for a second. So here we go.
All right.
All right. Oh no, you're okay. There we are. So the notebook is in your hands, and you are free to continue to explore the room if you'd like. But you've also got this little handy dandy notebook.
Walking over to expressly to Zephyr. I'm going to hand it over to him and say, hey boss, you know Chicken Scratch pretty well. Just look over this. I'm gonna look through the rest of the room and see what else we got.
All right, yeah, I'd start taking like a closer look at the book to see if anything seems off.
Shar is still standing in the corner after the hefty and rather intimate conversation with Kode. Went into Andromeda, spoke with Andromeda, and Shar confessed that I'm nothing but a tool, so you're going to have to learn how to use this. When we come back in, Kode, is that when you left?
Yeah.
So right now it's just Andromeda and Shar in Laura's dressing room?
Either the dressing room or the hallway, I remember.
Okay.
One of the two.
Okay. Sorry, I had a background noise. So Zephyr came back, correct? You went down to the downstairs and you came back.
Yeah, I went and talked to the bar back.
That's right.
And came back up.
Yeah, Bobby. It looks like you have kind of complete reign from now on. Audrey kind of comes across as very trustworthy, but also very busy, and she wants to make sure that you know that. So she's not really like checking on you, or there's no one really passing you. Whoever's closest to the door, you can hear like voices walking by of like excited clients that are being led by dancers or workers. But other than that, you're kind of kept to yourself. Is there anything else going on in the dressing room before you leave?
Yes. I'm going to roll for birth, number 1.
Oh, yeah, that. Okay.
Particularly, and I'm doing it now. Typically, you should be doing it in the beginning, but You and I talked about it. And she's been really repressive of it. So, alrighty. First roll of my night. Let's see what this comes up with. That's a 7, so it's partial success. You get to answer, or you get to ask me a question, and I have to answer it out of all those that are listed there.
Perfect. Let me pull it up really quick. The veil. Because I definitely have it. Oh, goodness. We're prepared. Where's the birth? Here it is. Okay. I get to ask you one. After last your recent kind of like existential moment of like, what am I created, like what was I made for, kind of, you start to ask yourself, what can you do to gain a measure of acceptance in the society?
Shar looks around, contemplates it. Just for a moment, what do I need to do in order to be accepted around here? Shar eyes focus in on a pulsing artery in Andromeda's neck, and then looks in a reflective surface within the dressing room to find none. Well, I guess I will be a tool. That's what I was created for. That's who I am. And that'll be that. The last vestiges of humanity, the attitude, the affected, all of the affected attitude and everything like that Shari had previously. I'm going to draw on and consume the remaining humanity that Shar has to become a better tool for those around her. Well, around it. And around them. And unsure how I would like to do that. But I believe that you can ask me another question from the birth move. So that's what I'm doing for the rise. And then I'm going to do one more thing after that, I believe. So one more thing from the birth.
Okay. How much humanity do you have left?
Now I have 0.
How much did you have?
1.
Okay. Do I feel, or do I think I feel?
I think I feel, but it has yet to be truly discovered. With that, that little bit of uncertainty, Shar looks at Andromeda and completely understands that that is a being which is driven by emotion, which is not something that Shar can experience due to the questions that Kode had raised. And just watching Zephyr tune in and tune out as needed. Shar doesn't have that. All things happen all at the same time, and all manner of input, of sensory input, is all equal. And then humans have somehow, some way figured out a way, some of them have figured out a way to sift through that. Therefore, I'm going to use the last of the moves that I have, which is terminal. I'm going to reflect on humanity and come to the determination that it is beyond saving or redemption. It is not my job. And from this point forward, I lock out all emotions. I can no longer generate humanity. And instead, I'm going to put a +1 into all states.
Okay. What does that look like? What's happening on the outside for everybody?
Sometimes, well, right now there is a slight misplaced. I'll roleplay it. Andromeda, do we have any further function in this room?
I mean, I'm completely done here. I got everything I want.
I'm going to take a cursory scan of it and just see if we've missed anything. Eyes light up, take a look around. Nothing else here seems to be of import. Nothing here is of import. And then start walking out.
Yeah, Andromeda will walk out with you. Chill as can be.
Shar's face is stoic. The actuators that move, eyebrows and lips and all of that, it's minimal, it's efficient. There's nothing there, just in the moment.
I'd say that Andromeda is kind of similar. She's kind of got her head on her multi-tool right now, and her omni-tool. Like looking at stuff and kind of like checking back in so every so often, but is already kind of like pre-organizing, pre-sorting, like starting to develop a bit of an algorithm for how to manage all the data she got.
Cody.
Yes.
After this moment, you're watching like just kind of taking everything in, and you've been grappling with the colors situation. Where there were colors that seem to be like almost like Technicolor spark glitching around Shar, it's void now. There's nothing. It's like if files were deleted, essentially. I will let you do with that information as you'd like.
Bird.
Zephyr, last session you had the object, what's that move?
Thy will be done.
Yes, and I was able to hold one.
You
I
had
believe?
3, I believe.
Oh, I had 3.
Correctly.
Right. Okay. You're in this moment as Shar walks out and walks past you. You feel that. Where's your harmonica?
It's like in a pocket inside of the the coat.
You feel like a hum in your coat pocket. It's almost like, and it gets stronger as Shar passes, and then as they leave, it starts to like diminish a little. But when that door closes, the door closed, right? Behind Andromeda and Shar, y'all closed the door?
I'm pretty sure.
Once the door closed, it was like this bolt of just like electric shock in your jacket. Your object wants whatever Shar's body is made out of. It's attracted to the nuts and bolts. Your harmonica's, baseline, standard operating function, but it wants to be better. It wants to be a little more powerful, and now that there's no human emotion tied to it, it sees an upgrade, a potential for maybe just snack on a couple wires or loose gears or screws just to make it a little bit shinier. So it's the name something, your object must have it. When you give into your object, mark experience and -1 hunger. But I'll let you do with that what you'd like.
Yeah, I think I gotta just like pat the pocket and I go, all right. I think I'm just mostly kind of like thinking very loudly at it, but the thoughts are along the lines of, listen, the guy before you was a lot worse, we're gonna try our best not to be the kind of person who goes around eating our friends. But if anything happens to fall off, I'll do what I can.
Unlike your last object, it's not going to speak right now, but you have a feeling that it might have something to say later.
All right.
Shar, do you have the book? Did you take it with you?
No.
Okay.
I think
wait,
Zephyr
you didn't take the
does.
little black book?
Zephyr should.
I think Zephyr was the. We looked for it, and Zephyr was the one who chased it down. I believe. Is that the case? Stacey, what didn't Zephyr wind up with it?
I thought you did, because I thought you had scanned the room. And found
Then
the book.
yes, I produced it.
Oh. I was wrong.
But you are outside with Andromeda, and Kode and Zephyr are still in the room.
With the book in hand.
But you're outside the room, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah, the party's split. Some people are in the dressing room and some people are outside.
No, we're all out of the dressing room. Everyone's out, right? Kode, where are you?
I thought so.
Yeah.
I'm in her room right now, doing further investigation.
Oh, you still are. Oh, okay. Then it was the three of us. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Then we
Yeah,
fucked
I
off.
thought it was like the three of us in there, and then Andromeda was like done, so she like came in, like checked back in, and then like stepped back out.
Step out.
I
Yeah.
got everything I
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Did you want to roll another analyze, Kode?
I will gladly do that.
Yeah.
Let me do that, please. Am I rolling it? I'm not seeing it. Okay,
I don't see it.
I will do it the other way I know how. Boom, boom.
Yeah, I have it. Oh, you have to hit on the left side. There you go.
Got it. 8.
Got an 8.
If you have your character sheet open, is that what you tried to roll off of?
Yeah, I tried to hit the little bag button.
Yeah, and that didn't work?
No.
Oh, that's fucked up. I know why. I know why. Because it's not tied to any particular state. I got you. I'll fix your sheet.
Okay.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. How are you feeling right now about that, by the way?
I'm still in my confused state because a lot is happening right now, and trying to prioritize the investigation while there is some non-cohesiveness within the group is starting to distract him, as well as the fact that all of these friggin' colors are physically draining on him right now, including the lack thereof coming from Shari.
Yeah. Okay, you can ask too.
All right.
And these are kind of weird in this situation, so feel free to like
Modify.
adjust. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I was hoping you would say that.
Always.
So the question I'm modifying first is this going to get worse before it gets better? Is there going to be less information investigating this room than there was looking prior?
Oh, like now that you're looking.
Yeah.
Like, you're pretty much asking, is your effort fruitless?
Yes.
What's your second question? So I could time both.
My second question is, what if anything appears out of place, but not physically, using my sense feeling?
Okay. So you start to look around and the colors are kind of all over the place. You seem to be picking up kind of like old residue from, and you've known that Haven has talked about this, where like old feelings stick around. There's a lot of blues and grays. It's almost like a fog on like dark water. It's hard to see through.
That's really fucking cool.
Thanks. So what you pick up on are these kind of like pulsing, like almost like lighthouse glows through that, like cutting through that discoloration. You don't pick it up right away though. You almost miss it. So you start to feel like maybe this is useless. There's nothing really here. And then you catch little things like glimpses of memories or things that were handled with a little more care than the rest of the room. You notice that there are a lot of empty liquor bottles just kind of hanging around. They're not really disposed of. Some of them are half empty, carelessly kind of set aside and forgotten about. There's also a empty tissue box in the corner of the room that somebody had tossed into a wastebasket and it missed. You notice old photos on the mirror, along like pinned up against the side, the frame. Like little Polaroids of Laura and some of the other dancers, like having a good time, laughing, smiling. But they all seem like older. The corners are tampered with. Maybe it seems a little like some have been folded and unfolded. And it just seems at the end of it sad. There's problems here.
And some of the people in the images, though, none of those people are anybody who works here.
Yeah, they are. They
are.
Yeah, there's a couple dancers. There's pictures taken like you could tell somebody was standing, taking a picture down on a couple of the girls giggling on the lounge chair together. Or there's a picture of people after hours hanging out in front of the Black Lodge. It seems to be like work friends and like recent but not too recent memories.
Hey,
All right.
Sorry to interrupt, gang. I have to leave.
Okay.
Understand.
Get out.
Sorry,
Absolutely.
everyone.
I hope
That's
all is
okay.
well. Be well.
Thanks. Good night, everyone.
Love.
Good night.
Bye.
Running and grabbing that book to kind of cross-reference from Zephyr and the images. I'm going to see if there's any references to any of the people that are in the little book on the mirror. Maybe some indicators like that.
You're looking in the most recent entries?
Yes.
Yeah, there's just nothing that is like clock into work, like working today. That's not what that book is.
Right.
This is specifically for it seems to be for very important or consistent meetings.
Heard.
Yeah, there's beyond like the last few months, there are other names that come and go. Some of them have little hearts next to them. Some of them have multiple dollar signs. But none of them seem to match anybody that's here.
Okay. That's a good thing, I think. Hey, Andromeda. I'm heading over to her. Yeah, I'm walking right out.
Okay.
Oh, she's not by the door doing her weird thing. All right, now I gotta go find her.
I mean, I would have just been hanging out in the hallway, like watching people and futzing with
Probably
the
would've-
Omni tool.
Probably would have gone down to interact with her in some case. Hey, do any of these names ring a bell? I don't fucking deal with, whatever, the fucking veil that much.
What do you have?
Scrolling through some of the titled names in the Black Book.
You definitely all know Dale Cooper's name. That has come up a few times. Owl's Pawn Shop is the other one. It's the name of a location, but that's the one that is the most consistent next to Dale. Aside from that, you have you recognize Dawn Fisher, who is an executive at an oxygen redistribution clinic in Springs. You recognize there's Wendy Powell. She's a UCU executive who handles like public relations. She was in there, but she was in there like you're flipped back several months. And there was at one point you're able to like see there's like a scribbled out like canceled appointment from her and says like no more funds, sad face. That there's a big gap in between all of those other names and the two you are seeing as the most recent.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know too much about half of the shit that goes on in the fucking oxygen farms, but that pawn shop though, do they have like backup records that they put in the Veil? Is that something that you could look up at all, Andromeda?
You're asking the wrong person. That's all Shar here, man.
1 second, let me see what I can get for you.
Oh, well, hell yeah, appreciate it, Shar. And he's gonna hand that off and walk his happy ass right back in there to start seeing if there's anything else he can pick up on.
Immediately come in and deliver the following information.
Oh boy.
Aaron?
The pawn shop, Owl's Pawn Shop, is located in the next district over, which is, I forgot to put it in the notes.
Is it east or west?
West. It's the only other one that's in World Anvil, honey.
Yeah, not a problem. So immediately outside of the city, or outside of the okay. So the district we're in is the wealthiest. It's the most isolated. There's only one district to its west. Everything else is either land, no man's land, or water. Immediately to the west of it is the exclusionary zone. Nothing living can ever go there, otherwise it will be killed.
Not the exclusionary zone.
Okay, all right. So to the west of that, yeah, there's some high-rise residential complexes, etc. I forget the name of it immediately.
It is. I'm gonna vamp it while I look it up.
Cool.
It's a city that is still kind of opulent, but it's like Gothic structures. So it's old aesthetics that has a particular taste for some folks. They're into.
This is where the vampire players went.
Oh my god!
Exactly.
That's fair. That's fair.
Here we go. Thank goodness it's the first one. Where's the map? Here it is. Okay, ready? I know this. Not Old City. That's where we were. Come on.
I can show the map on screen if you want.
Iron Heights.
Iron Heights.
Yes, Iron Heights, which is to the west of the exclusionary zone, specifically Hardiston Borough is where Owl's Pawn Shop is. They cater to both sides. It's strategically placed because you've got super duper wealthy people who want to take advantage of like all of the finest equipment, and then when they're done with it, they just toss it, and it somehow manages to go through the exclusionary zone right into the hands of entrepreneurs, scrappy entrepreneurs, and then resold at a lower but very profitable rate to Iron Heights, South Docks, the Abyss, what have you. So Hardiston Burrows is like an opportunistic area. that is, you don't really have too much through the veil about Owl's Pawn Shop in particular, but you do know that it is run by a AI. What are they called?
Simulants?
Thank you. It's run by a simulant and a human.
How lucky they must be.
That's what you get when you got a security guy.
We're looking at a pawn shop which is located 2 districts over to the west within Vardosyn boroughs, specifically in the northern section. You should find the address at this and this intersection. Most interesting, however, is that it's also run by a simulant and a human, apparently a joint venture. Sorry, I glitched.
You seem to be doing that substantially, at least more frequently there, Shari. But, you know, I can't say much about, okay, it must be the connection or whatever the fuck to the Veil. Fuck. Hardistons, that's over Iron Heights status, right? That's Iron Heights?
Iron Heights is just beyond that.
I mean, I know I have a favor to a guy out there. I could probably get in contact with him, but I really don't want to do that. Her, what the hell does she doing at a pawn shop? She getting more stuff from her clients?
I can see if they have an online inventory.
I mean, I would usually just go there, but it's gonna take us a minute to get there, and I don't want to leave right now. This fresh air is kind of nice.
I understand. Going to I don't know. Do I have any kind of access to anything outside right now? Within the Veil, and any kind of like online stores that they may have, any e-commerce things?
I would say you do. If you're going to be leaning super hard into that tech life and not human stuff, then yeah, I'd say you are. It's a little bit stronger.
Okay.
In this case.
Alrighty then. Let's see. Don't really care about anyone's reactions right now. It's not particularly risky. Yeah, in this case, I'll find whatever's publicly available and then repeat that. And then while they think on it, chew on it, and emote invariably about it, ruminate and then have opinions on it, I'll then like do something. Did we just lose Stacy too? We just lost Stacy.
She said she'll be back in a sec.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I'll try to do a deeper dive, but I'm no architect, so.
Okay, you tap into the very public library section, basically, or Ask Jeeves of the Veil, to get a inventory, a general scope of like what they handle. It's everybody. As soon as you do, Cody, are your glasses on?
No.
Okay. As soon as you do, you still hear, like, in the frame of your glasses, everybody hears the same thing. It's like, do 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 do. Welcome to Owl's Pawn Shop. We have everything you need. Do 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 do. We've got Rolex. Rolex. Do 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 do. And it just goes on and on and on. You do hear a couple interesting words. Now featuring Cooper Security Enterprises inventory. And Packard Systems half off hardware. And for as long as you want that jingle will be on loop, so it goes do 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 do. Welcome to Owl's Pawn Shop.
Oh my god!
Would you like me to summarize?
Spam on in background. It's not even funny.
Would you like me to summarize?
Nah. I got it. This is This is something I could have done in my fucking teen years. Gotta get a better marketing team, boys. Got all them billboards, and you got that annoying ass song. But I guess it sticks, because I'm gonna remember that shit forever, so. Oh, man.
Then may I offer the relevant technology that might be available within this pawn shop?
Sure.
From what I can see, there is in fact some fashion technology, such as clothing, which has been embedded with LED lights, AR displays, or other technical functionalities, as well as ID kits, which may include fake IDs, biometric data scramblers, or voice modulators. You may also find some antique physical currency, but that would be mainly for the collectors or whatever it is that they wish.
Can you narrow it down to thing that makes people look fancy?
Can I narrow down the fashion?
Yeah, like the stuff that, like, the pretty girl, like what she would go there for, because I'm not seeing anything that she would go there for, although Cooper's security.
It seems like we're looking at wearable technology or smart fashion at this point. Most of it is going to be LED embedded clothing, such as garments that have LED lights that have been woven into the fabric, allowing the wearer to change the colors, display patterns, or even show moving objects. There are also some smart tactiles. I can see here that there are some objects for that. There's also some holographic accessories, namely jewelry or other adornments that humans seem to like, that project holographic images, such as floating earrings or necklaces with three-dimensional displays. There are also some AR glasses and lenses, interactive tattoos, adaptive camouflage, biomonitoring jewelry. I also see here that there is some mood fabric, exoskeleton suits, solar-powered accessories, wearable drones, nanofabric, sound reactive outfits, garments that react to particular music or sounds, pulsing or changing colors in sync with the beat, particularly used in nightclubs, such as yours, if I'm not mistaken. You may also find some personal advice.
Sorry. That's everything I needed to know about this pawn shop, but also not one of those things did you say was gaudy or bougie. Are you aight?
Those are subjective terms.
Thanks, boo.
I'm glad I was able to assist.
Oh shit! What the fuck is going on? All right.
Would you like me to continue?
No. That's good. If you this in the advertisement it says something about me. Turn this thing up again.
Anything to get away from that.
We have Packard system hardware.
All right. I'm hearing this thing. What the name? Is it Dale Cooper? Dale Cooper. That was. Is this any relation to Cooper's security? Do you know? Can you check that out on your Jeeves thing?
I don't know what Jeeves service is, but if you educate me on it, I might be able to learn.
That's some old thing my pops used to talk about. There's an old search engine. Some guy was literally on a computer. People would ask him questions, and he would go and bring it to him. He was a really good architect.
I'm sorry, I'm not considered an architect in this society.
Shit. All right. Hackett systems, office security. Damn.
If you'd like, I may be able to find some additional information about particular Dale Coopers. I have some information.
Please.
There is Dale Cooper, aka a space detective, though I'm not too sure if that is a self-given title or an actual occupation. But in recent years, this particular Dale Cooper is renowned detective for the Interstellar Bureau of Investigation, aka the IBI. With a sharp mind attuned to the mysteries of the cosmos, Cooper seems to travel in between galaxies. Although I have to be certain, this may be more of a fictional entity. Here's one that is a time-traveling historian. No, I seem to...
And any of the Coopers have security in their background or some type of military training?
There is one who operates as a paranormal botanist, and where he had discovered the blue rose, which was rather of sensitive nature. Would you like me to look further into these?
No, not that one. Let's skip that one. I just saw a fucking tree root for my first time like a couple weeks ago. I don't need to get deeper into that bullshit.
Then I'm sorry, I don't have anything. However, a Dale Cooper did appear within the Black Book.
That's what I was thinking. Fuck. Oh man, I got a headache. Everybody is, except you, really, are fucking bright as shit. I need a minute. I need a drink. Oh, we're in a bar. Great.
I'll be right back.
Downstairs. I'm going right down.
Pushes right past you. Pushes right past, and then stops mid hallway as soon as you say you got it.
I got it. I'm walking downstairs. Oh my god, what the fuck? Going downstairs. Is there anybody working currently?
Yeah, Truman is still at the bar. I can't believe you said a botanist for the blues.
What?
A botanist studying the blue rose. I'm dead. Okay, yes, Truman is still working the fucking bar.
Andromeda saw them go down and is trailing behind.
Hey,
Cody.
Yeah, sorry.
Does the name Diane mean anything to you?
It's a nice fucking name with 5 letters in it. Anything beyond that? Should it?
I have a registry entry of a Dale Cooper who had created a sanctuary that had been rumored untouched by the apocalypse. But I'm not so certain that an apocalypse has ever occurred. At least not one that had ever been officially registered.
Hold up. No, that's good. That's good. Safe havens, drop houses, old, smuggling rings. They usually use places like that.
I have references where the coffee is still hot and cherry pie is awaiting any who come.
So, I'm gonna let you investigate that a little bit deeper while I hydrate.
The head turns 180 degrees around. The body then follows, and it goes right back to Andromeda.
Oh, that's
what
so
are we
creepy.
doing?
We're waiting to head out of here. I need to look. I ain't processing this data in a club full of people. So
why don't we use the office?
Till y'all are done.
Why don't we use the office?
I don't trust this place. Someone fucking died here.
I fail to see how that would impact the...
All right. I just don't want to do it here.
As you wish.
Thanks.
Walks past, little pat on the shoulder, and continues past. Go back down into the beating nightclub.
Shar, you actually, as you're walking down the plethora of constant tabs, Fifth Element style, going of all of these potential Dale Cooper references.
Yes.
You do know, you do come across one that is pinged because of the cross-reference for Diane. Dale Cooper of Killison City's wife's name is Diane. But that's it.
I'll retain that information should Cody wish it. I was told to be silent.
Cody, what are you doing?
Hey, Truman, you got anything, say if I was fucking tripping balls off of that synthetic brain bullshit that y'all have with your connective things. If I was seeing things, right, and I needed blinders, what drink do you have that is helpful for that, because I can't have blinders?
Oh, I got you, man. I got you.
I appreciate it. It's just run a tab. I don't know.
He hands you a glass of water.
Oh, great. Great. Has this got like nanites or something that's gonna do something crazy in my body or something?
It's going to hydrate you. If you are seeing things, I gotta cut you off.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. Wait. This is really... I can like really see through this though.
Yeah, it's and he points over to like the bottom of the well where there's like the shelf underneath the bar where there's just beautifully filtered bottled water just constantly filled.
Oh wait, I don't have the glasses on. Wait, y'all water is really clear?
Yeah, of course.
I'm not surprised at all. Nah.
You want me to call you like a cab or?
Nah. It's a long night. I mean, come on. It's a long 20, 48 hours for y'all. So I'm just considering.
Do you have any like he like leans in a little bit, looks around. Do you have any leads or anything?
I might have something, but it's proven to be a little difficult to gather all the intel, really. What do you know about this Dale Cooper? Does he come around here a lot?
I'm sorry. Are you asking me, or are you asking the person?
Not right now. No, hold on, Shari.
Body turns back around, starts walking away.
Star's looking like an entire game of Pong, like just going from Andromeda to Code, just like spinning and spinning and go boop.
I think Andromeda is like fully like wallflowered again, but like down here at the club. So there's like, lights and people and stuff, and she's just like fully in her Omni tool, just like testing out algorithms and stuff.
For sure. The Truman kind of like leans in again, kind of like more aggressive to the point of just giving you two some privacy, or even if Shar were to make their way back, again, like back over on this side, that it would open up to them as well. And he kind of like leans in and he says, yeah.
We have a hell hydrant.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Everyone knows Dale Cooper around. I mean, do you not know who Dale Cooper is?
From across the club. I can give you entries pertaining to that data if you so wish.
I mean, did you ask your colleague there? They seem to know.
There's a lot of people named Dale Cooper. I have a feeling that you know the specific one I'm talking about. Feel me?
I mean, yeah. If you look out, actually, I don't know if you can. If you look outside and kind of like go down to the end of the block through the alleyway, you can actually see his building. The Cooper Security Enterprises over in Iron Heights. It's got like a beacon of light that goes up.
Oh, I'm so glad you said exactly those words, because it made it so much easier than the fucking search bullshit I had to deal with my friend a moment ago.
I
Okay.
can hear you.
I know you can. You are not picking up the tact that I am trying to put down.
I'm sorry. Begin scan of the floor.
God, motherfucker. Yo, what the? Andromeda.
What?
What the fuck did you do to Shari?
What do you think?
Yeah, you did some shit. Nah, you did some shit. I tried to have a fucking conversation with y'all See, this is why I needed the water. And this is. Can I have more of this?
Truman reaches behind the bar and pulls out like one of those soda guns and puts seltzer water in there, and like gives you like a.
This is. I've had seltzer water before, but it's just not this clear.
Yeah, no, it's a joke, man. I was trying to it's getting a little.
No,
spicy.
you're good. You're
giving
good.
you the spicy water for the spicy situation. You feel what I'm-
Thank you. They're in the back yelling at each yelling at Andromeda system. Do you know the last time? Because I got a record of her interactions, but do you recall the last interaction that she had with specifically him?
I personally don't. She goes to him these days, or she did go to him these days. He used to show up here, but he took over for his father when his dad passed away, and I guess didn't want that kind of attention here
Publicity.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he used to pick her up, nice limo and everything after her shift, but now she goes to him. I don't really. He seemed nice. Like he's a decent guy. She always spoke very highly of him. She seemed kind of over the moon about him, to be honest. I mean, he's married, so I don't know anything about how much his wife knows or doesn't know, or it's none of my business. But
Huh.
I don't know.
And his wife's name's Diane, right? Right?
Yeah.
You ever see her right here?
No. She's a sweet lady from what we've seen. Like if you check her out, and in the Vale, she's pictures of her kind of just red ribbon cutting, and
Truman, hold on. I'm gonna be real straightforward with you. Half the shit that happens in the Vale is mostly bullshit. I look past all of that. There's so many people setting up the fucking things that fuck with people's eyes so that they see something. I've always been sick of the bullshit. I left my fucking. They're on my head. I got my fucking glasses on my head because I don't want to be distracted during the investigation. So I can almost guarantee you half of that stuff that is portrayed on the Vale has a layer of bullshit underneath. You feel me? So I think I'm gonna dig a little deeper to find out, because there's something going on and we got a limited amount of time to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean that sounds right. And listen, I know what you mean. You can't trust everything you read on the Vale these days. I got you. It's okay.
Ribbon cutting when we got people in the freaking. Oh my God! You know what? I'm not gonna get into fucking unfairness of goddamn corporate entities.
No, you're preaching to the choir.
Yeah. Hi. Can I get some more of that real quick?
Yeah. It seems like you're gonna kind of.
I'm loading up on this. This is real good.
He's gonna give you like several bottles, like just like 4 of them.
That's right in the. He does the old investigator's pocket.
Does the simulant? I don't want to.
Shari.
Shari. Do they drink water?
You look over, and there's a drink in Char's hand, and there's like liquid in it. It goes into the mouth, and then it just kind of dribbles out of the sides.
Oh God!
All right.
I gotta know. Is it sticky?
The answer is yes, Truman. However, I'm sorry for anybody who has to clean up the residual that falls off of their body. Actually, excuse me a moment. Excuse me. It's just like a couple minutes.
Yeah.
I walk over to Shari. Hey,
hello.
Hey, a little powwow for a second. Andromeda, I know you do your fucking thing on your own, like an asshole sometimes, but I need you to step over here for a sec.
Shar does not move from the spot.
Yep, he goes right to Shar.
Yeah.
I am not an indigenous person and therefore incapable of holding a powwow.
Okay, so what's happening right now is we have what I've known to be some type of fucking lapse in communication. I went upstairs to handle something between y'all two, because y'all had some weird shit going on. And then I don't even know who the fuck you are right now. Like, it was been an hour, barely. Like, did I say something wrong? Did I fuck something up? Did you like hack into Shari with your little fucking thing?
I didn't touch her.
Like, what the fuck happened? Why?
Say anything?
Then why is she like this?
I don't know. What do you think? I'm like the expert on stimulants?
You're better than I am.
I avoid them like the plague.
And I don't think Shari's a... Wait, Shari, you're not a simulant, are you?
The body that I've occupied is a former simulant.
But you, like, fuck, self-identification. Oh my god, I don't believe I have to do this right now.
If it assists...
Dude, we're just... What if you have what you need, then let's go. Look, things are fine right now. I'm fine. Shar is clearly kind of fine. Like, what's the big deal?
We've stared down very, very dangerous situations, and right now, everybody's fucking out of their rocker right now. I can't see straight. You're always fucking weird, but Shari, you just fucking flipped the script because something that was said.
I'm sorry that I'm unable to satisfy your current needs, but
right
I can provide more information on CSE.
Where's your sass? Where's your honey darlings, the finger pokes? Where the fuck is that at? Like, what happened?
She replays in a holographic image on her hand through her eyes as projectors the conversation Kode had and all of the accusatorial language that he used.
Are you fucking serious? Is that how y'all work?
We don't know any better.
Oh my god.
She learns. You input data and then she builds on it, dude. That's just how it goes.
All right. I thought they were better than that.
We are. We are in fact much
than
better than most humans. However, that
agree.
term is incredibly subjective.
I agree. And this is why I'm fucking frustrated, because
all right, dude, you're freaking out. This isn't that big of a deal. It's really not. We're just trying to work together, okay? That's all we're doing. You're like getting into the weeds about something. You're clearly freaking out, so we should just go.
That was your request.
Because I want the Shari who had my back when I had to get my mom's taken care of. That's the answer.
Okay, well, that's like, this is a busy club. This is not exactly a good time to be doing this, man.
If you would like me, I can prove my loyalty to you.
That's not it. That's.
She lets go of the dancer who she had by the neck. Puts her hand down.
You missed it entirely, Shari. It's fine. I got two things to check out. We got two things to check out. We got a pawn shop, and we gotta go fucking out here down the road to fucking Cooper's security fucking building, and we gotta ask that motherfucker some questions.
Needs processing, and I need a secure place for that. So we're gonna have to take a day on this so I can get this shit on the way.
All right.
I've already processed this information, and I have much of what you may need on CSE, but I'm not too sure of the validity of it. It seems to have been written on a blog.
Sure, you don't have the data that I pulled from the computer. We haven't talked about that yet.
I have the information on CSE in case you need it, but I'm not too sure of the validity of the data.
Cool. We'll talk about it later, huh?
Rumen, we gonna step out, let the lady of the house know, the houses know, whatever the fuck. We will be back at a later point. We're just gonna step out for a bit and handle some business.
Yep.
Thank you. Walking out, looking into...
Follow into the night streets.
Yes. And going into the night streets, heading in a direction given by Truman. Kode is walking with a purpose, but he's not doing his usual, anxiety stare for cameras and allocations of security and surveillance. He's focused on getting to his destination like a pleb.
Dude, where you headed? Because I gotta go back to my place with Shar and do some data processing.
Then you know what? Actually, how about you? Are you good going with Andromeda, Shar?
Yes, absolutely. Her physical form will be protected.
See? Dude, we're chill. You're freaking out for no reason.
And where the fuck did Zephyr? Whatever. He stepped out too. Whatever.
Shar.
That's fine. We'll meet up. We'll meet up.
Shar,
There's a hand that reaches out from Shar to Kode, and she steps in close. Kode, you seem to be experiencing a nervous breakdown. Maybe you should adopt more mechanical means rather than the fallacy that you are currently experiencing.
He removes or attempts to.
Yeah. No, it's no problem. Oh, yeah.
Removes
100%.
Shari's hand. You have never been more wrong. And he's gonna walk away. He's walking away.
Can I have more information? I'm learning.
Shar.
leaving Shari with Andromeda, Kode is going to be walking into the night and probably do another quick step, because the way he knows how to do it, to get to the securities building to kind of get a better understanding of the layout.
Turn around to go ahead.
Sorry, no, I just really quick before Kode actually leaves.
Yeah.
Shar, you get a ping from you had closed one of the tabs, but it was the first tab, so all of them have to close before that first tab, before that first tab could close. So it's like an accordion, going
You mean files?
Yeah, the files
Okay,
for all the Dale Coopers,
Sure.
and Owl pawn shops that you looked up and everything, the website.
Sure.
You realize that in tiny letters underneath Owl's pawn shop it says "and encryption cafe."
He's outside of sensor range.
What are you talking about?
Well, it seems like he's already fucked off. And
Yeah, that was the plan.
I don't think that was actually part of any itinerary that had been shared with me.
Well, I just said that I have to do some data processing. I would like your help with it. And that's it. And I gotta be somewhere secure for it. That's all I said.
Taking a look
I'd like to go
around,
back to my place because I know it's secure.
if you feel that your place is secure, then we can go there.
Yo, I fucking know my place is secure.
I'm sure you feel that way.
Oh my god. All right, fine. You know what? This is good. Come to my place. We're gonna lock this bitch up.
I don't see any female dogs around currently, but if you would like me to
Fuck up. Let's go.
following.
Yeah, Andromeda is gonna head back to her garage. Way off in Shade City.
Oh, that's way the fuck out there. Oh man. All right.
Look, you didn't say nobody
Splitting the
suggested another
party.
place. Nobody suggested another place. I said I wanted somewhere secure, and that's the one secure place that I know.
We have Kode going off to check out CSE, and Andromeda saying she's going to go all the way back to Shade City to investigate the data, and Shar is very confused socially, but doing their best.
We're doing what we can with what we have.
Aren't we all confused socially? Come on.
It is a thing.
So just a reminder, Shar, you know that Owl's Pawn Shop is also known as an encryption cafe, whatever that means. But Andromeda is convinced that home base is the most secure for her, and Kode wants to check out where Dale Cooper resides in his Iron Palace.
Okay. Can we handle Kode first?
Yeah,
please.
For sure. Yes. Yeah. So we pan over down the block where the party has split off into two different directions. Kode,
With the party.
What are you doing?
So, taking the directions that we had from Truman, heading down the block, finding the securities building. I'm here basically literally to get an idea of what type of person runs this building. Kind of get an idea of this Cooper guy. So, like, do I see all business cars coming in? Are there corporate everyman cabs coming through? Do they have hover vehicles slipping by? Like, is there anything on the upper levels flying in? There's like a helipad. Like, what type of bullshit does this corporation have in this high-end portion of Kills City?
Yeah.
And see what surveillances and stuff that they have. Obviously, this place is crazy, like, overlooked, but if it isn't, like, why is that?
Yeah, so Iron Heights is 2 districts away, and that's where Dale Cooper Security Enterprises is. However, are you climbing up like on a fire escape or on the top of a building to get a better look?
I'll do the easier way to any place that is just has it out. I'll just go up casually.
Yeah. This isn't like, you don't have to be super reckless or super ninja squirrel to like get up to the top of these places. They're pretty accessible. People kind of just like you've never seen what Mosey looks like until you've come to this district where time is just time is just a thing. It's not a luxury like it is, or it's not precious. It's just, so you see that there's like, balconies and elevators going up outside of buildings. It's really easy. You're about to like jump onto a fire escape or side, whatever, like getting ready to like climb something, and then you hear like a ding, and then like several people walk into an elevator and like this elevator. And however you manage to get up to the top, you know exactly the building that Truman is talking about. He mentioned a beacon shining up into the sky, and you see a beacon with like bat symbol style CSE illuminating the sky.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Very gothic kind of structure. You can, if you squint, you can maybe see gargoyles perched up on some of the levels to scare the birds away. There's not so much about like, you can't really quite see the traffic below going into the building. However, you see billboards from like about every 2 blocks. There's just more and more billboards, and they're really fucking nice until there's like the exclusionary zone where there's nothing, and then nice billboards again. And you can see different ads for different companies, but they all tend to like kind of maybe CSE paid a little extra to get more airtime, because there's like a couple seconds of like a competitor company, and then Dale Cooper's face just like in the billboard for like 8 straight seconds until it goes like, subliminal message style flash over to something else and then back to Dale Cooper.
Gotcha.
So you kind of get like this gauche kind of like maybe doesn't know quite how to be a normal human being kind of personality based on what you're seeing from here to there.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to kind of get an idea of?
Nope. Now I'm just going on to look for signs for his wife. And that's harder to do.
Okay. That you're not really going to see much of.
Yeah.
She you get the impression from Truman that she's more of a homebody and just like kind of like a supporting character. So she may not show up on ads, but I'll let you know if you come across anything about his wife.
Heard.
Is there anything else you want to do?
Nope.
Okay. We will cut back over to Andromeda and Shar.
Yeah, I think Andromeda, like, you know, puts her hood up and kind of like stares at Shar for a second, just like thinking about how bright white they are, and it's just like takes a second and is like, you know what? Whatever. Okay, it'll be fine. You know, it'll be fine. You look weird, but whatever. It's okay.
I'm glad you improve. No, I'm glad you approve.
Just try to be subtle, okay? I don't want anybody following me back to my place, okay?
As you wish.
Dope. All right.
Then I am
Stay out of
glad
the
you
lights.
have expressed an emotion that would seem to convey acceptance of my attire.
Fantastic. Stay out of the lights. Try not to let any of those goddamn fucking ad balloons see you, all right? We're trying to be sneaky, subtle, yeah? You can look up the definition for that if you want. I ain't got time to spell it out for you, okay? But, like, come on. We gotta be chill about this.
I'm capable of receiving and understanding the 53 different definitions that might actually have a contextual purpose.
Perfect. Great. You're doing a fantastic job. Let's go.
And she like only walks in shadows. like even out of the way. We'll go from shadow to shadow over to Shade City.
There may be like a
Nailed
couple
it.
of times where where Andromeda maybe like fucks up, but then like sees Shar like ducking off in the right spot and kind of like follows by and is like, okay, all right, yeah. Sick. And so they travel back to Shade City, and there's this like really beaten up like brick building, and I mean it's like beaten up as like the whole top floor has been pretty much like uncovered and like bricks have been falling off. A lot of the windows on the second and third floor are like either barred up or with like boards, or they're like smashed through. And then like on the first floor there's like even more boarded windows and doors, and then there's just this like metal garage that has like that looks like it is just like locked in. Like it is, there's like there's one of those like cages over it, and then there's like another metal door over it, and then there's like some like wooden slats that have like actual locks on them, like actual physical locks. And you see Andromeda like pull out her like own key ring, unlocks every single one of the physical locks and pockets them, removes the door, types in the keypad for the metal door, and then like presses a couple other buttons to get the like grated door open, and is like like looking around and like ushers and ushers Shar in, and then proceeds to like relock everything except for like the wooden slats. She just kind of like locks those back into place, like as much as she can, you know, behind her.
I seem to remember that you had red beads at one point.
Yeah.
Now you have a curtain of them.
Yeah, it's for security, actually. They're special.
I can see that they would act as a rudimentary Faraday cage. I can also see that its effectiveness is basically it provides a standard basic electromagnetic shield preventing most standard wireless cyber intrusions. But may I comment on its effectiveness?
Yeah, thanks. I made it myself.
It is incredibly innovative, I will give you that, but its effectiveness against advanced cyber attacks is quite questionable. I do recommend reinforcing with a denser bead arrangement or perhaps integrating a conductive material for enhanced protection, and also extend it all throughout all of the walls. Just placing it inside of a single doorway is only going to protect those things that are immediately on the other side from the other side. It's not going to protect...
Yeah. Hey, I know.
Very well.
I know. I'm not gonna tell you about these because they're like my own personal work, okay?
That's fine. Then I'll move on to your sparse furnishings, which
look,
seems to
I'm
be
not done.
indicative.
You gotta shut up every once in a while and let me fucking finish, okay? I have like whole thoughts and you just keep interrupting and it's like super rude, okay? So
Actually,
like,
the
shut
fragmented...
up and listen for 2 seconds, okay?
The fragmented nature of your conversation seems to indicate more of a stressful type of personality.
Sometimes people pause, bitch.
Well,
Sometimes people pause. And I'm trying to be delicate here because my work is actually top secret. Now, it might not be top secret to you, oh fancy one, but it sure as hell is top secret to me. So, like, here's the deal. I know it's not perfect because these are fucking prototypes, right? And I'm working on distributing them and developing them into, like, an actual fucking shield. So, like, give me a little bit of slack. Thank you. I know they work. They work great because I built them, all right? They're just a prototype. We can talk about that later if you want. I don't care. But, like, we got shit to do, okay? Now my thought is finished and you can talk, all right? Whatever you want to say, go for it.
Your heart rate has increased beyond normal bounds.
No shit, Sherlock.
Very well. The makeshift battery bank that is currently connected to the solar panel outside the window, it is sustainable, but it's limited energy output. There's a risk of energy depletion in this case. If you wish, I can offer you some personal items that are found around here that can be used for more of a psychological profiling by adversaries, or less than. No sentimental items should be used in this case. None of them are really digitally interactive or traceable.
Cool. I'll make a note.
Would you like me to continue?
No. All right. This place is as secure as I can fucking make it. And I know it's got holes.
Well,
it's Shade City, honey. Like, it's gonna have holes.
I can see that your choice of location in Shade City does actually showcase your ability to see the potential in the often overlooked. Therefore, it is most wise that you have done it this way. Your adaptive measures are actually rather applaudable.
He kind of like smiles and like brushes her hair a little nervously. Thanks. Now, can we stop talking about the security of my place and actually like get some work done?
Shuts down the security analysis protocol and moves over to...
I'm in love with Shar. Shar is like the neurodivergent queen of my dreams. Okay, anyways.
So Andromeda flips a couple switches, a generator starts whirring, and then proceeds to like there's a few like holographic screens that pop up, and there's like a general kind of like computer bank situation, and she'll go ahead and like plug in her brick. For those who maybe weren't here last time, her brick is just like a data block. It holds a bunch of data, and goes ahead and plugs in the data block, and like starts bringing it up onto the screen, and like motions Shar over and is like, all right, come here.
Yes.
Okay, now it took me a minute and it's like not perfect, but I do have this algorithm, and it should, like, if you incorporate it and we like play this at 20x the regular speed, we should be able to go through a week's worth of footage in 3 hours, maybe less. And hopefully with the algorithm, you'll be able to like pick up on like key faces.
I think it's going to take a little bit longer than that. A fast forward through actual video footage is going to reduce the amount of frames in between. We risk losing detail.
Do you want it uploaded directly to you? Can you keep it secure?
I can keep it secure.
Are you 1,000,000% on that? Because I know you're just like a whole veil thing.
Actually, I'm trying to live in your world right now.
Okay, so you got like a separate memory bank or what that we can like tap into? You got encryption capabilities?
How much
like,
time do you figure that the video footage represents?
All I could get was a week. A week's worth of footage, and it's running 24/7.
Then I can parse it down to separate segments of approximately 1 hour each. I believe if I apply a multi-threaded application, I should be able to do 7 of them at any given time, allow me to process up to 7 hours worth of data in a single hour. Perhaps more if I fine-tune my systems, but this way at least then nothing is actually missed. Let me see if I can adjust this, figuring in that actual movement within this is something that would necessitate a further examination rather than just still background. One moment.
Here's my algorithm too. Don't forget
I've
this,
already done
it. Okay, all right, jeez.
Shar.
Yeah.
What's your modifier for powerful?
+4.
Roll.
I'm just a baby.
Yeah.
Roll a. Okay.
Yes.
Roll 2d6.
Yeah.
And subtract 4.
Subtract 4. Sure. 1 second. Okay. So 2d6 minus 4. Wow. 1.
When you said you're trying to live in her world now, you had a moment. It was like a weird buffering. Literally, like everything about you staggered and buffered because
your world.
fucking brilliant. Because you checked out of humanity.
100%. Oh yeah.
And you completely just said the complete opposite just then, where you're like, I'm living in your world now, where you're applying this sort of like, what is secure to humans? You can do the 7 hours of footage in one, but it will be scarce of a lot. It'll be stripped of a lot of clear information.
Okay, so the way I want to break it down is if there's any movement within the video, like we're talking changes of pixels within up to a certain point. You know, like take a look at a cat versus a human in terms of size and the amount of pixels that are going to be affected by it. So the first analysis is going to be cursory. We're going to go over it really quick, and then we're going to take out anything where there is more than a 5% change in the luminosity of any particular pixel. So this way, if anything darker goes against anything lighter, if any, etc., it's going to be picked up. Okay, and put everything else in the to be analyzed section, to be analyzed later. This is the stuff we're going to concentrate on now. So this is probably going to be working hours, people coming through in the dead of night, animals and other things like that. Then identify the various components in this. Objects and people get put into one category, animals get put into another. The animals to be examined later. Now, people and objects. In other words, if somebody threw an object across the camera or something along those lines, that would also be analyzed. Whatever that represents in terms of time, that will be scrutinized in great detail. And then animals, and then the silent static of the night, or whatever it is.
So if just to remind you, there were no cameras outside. There are only cameras. Okay. So you're not going to get
rats, mice inside of a kitchen, anything.
Gotcha. Okay. So you can do the first analysis. You go through it. No worries if that's what you choose to do.
Okay. That's what I do, and I spend time doing that.
Okay. So you have your parsed out information, and you are going through the second phase.
Okay. This is the animals now?
Yeah, you're doing the you said people and animals and then objects.
People and objects, because it could be a person throwing an object across a room at someone else who's not moving. Like here's their dagger. And
Yep.
that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, cool. You're on the peoples and objects part.
Cool.
Andromeda, are you also kind of scanning, doing your own analysis on it?
Yeah, well, so she's gonna let Shar handle the video because there's another set of data that needs analysis, but this is the kind of analysis that can be done without since it's not necessarily video data, it's a little bit more manageable, it's more numerical data that can be kind of trimmed down without advanced AI involvement, and that's the fence data. And specifically any data with the fence, she's looking for significant spikes. So basically if there is a spike or a surge in the electricity, whether that's from a point of interaction, whether that's a short circuit kind of situation. So if there's a significant plus or minus to the norm, then that's kind of what she's looking for, and then highlighting those moments, and making a note of the day and time that it happened.
Okay. You and Andromeda, as you're going through the fence data in particular, it's boring. You hear kind of sporadic clicks and pings over on Shar's side as they're going through excitedly and quickly and effectively spread it, tearing things apart, and it's really, it sounds interesting. Yours is fence is on, fence is off, fence is on, fence is off, and you're just like Bob Parr in The Incredibles, just tapping on the keyboard in his office.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a whole program that's doing it. So the data came in, the algorithm sorted it, and now she's going through, and it's just numbers. Mm-hmm. And so she's just examining the numbers, matching the date and time, trying to think about, okay, what was maybe happening at that time, and trying to get out any sort of using any time markers to get rid of stuff. So just futzing and fiddling with just numbers on a screen, really. So it's not entertaining. But this is the kind of work that is easily done for her, whereas the algorithm that I built for Shar was meant for AI to look and process and break down and categorize, and it's got a whole lot more semantics built into it that can be parsed out. So she's happy to kind of put this in Shar's hands, and in the meantime, as she waits for her program to run through the numbers, she gets a cup of black coffee and is just kind of vibing while Shar is probably just mode, and it's just
stimming in the corner, just analyzing shit.
Yeah. Shar would not, probably, I mean, maybe this is up to you, Steve, but if Shar were to process and see what Andromeda's reaction would be, this is the first time that Andromeda's been almost giddy, really happy to just be here, comfortable.
Unfortunately, All processing power has been dedicated to video analysis.
That's fine. She's just vibing, man.
Okay. Shar.
I currently have analysis of the main dance floor, the bar area, the VIP section, the offices, the kitchen area, the restrooms, and all exit points, as well as an overall analysis summary. I'm still analyzing for data, or it's details.
Okay.
Shar, you get a your systems sort of like are able to pull silhouettes, shape of silhouettes, and combine them, like organize them into like individual people. So it's like a rudimentary
Sure.
facial recognition. Yeah. You with that with that -4. With that glitch in grappling with your humanity, as you're going through it, the beginning and the end of the footage suddenly starts to like, and then it just sort of goes.
You're cutting out. Nope, it's not
it
there.
does not like that sound. Whatever noise gate.
All I heard was.
Well, that's the sound. Just extend that. White noise.
Static, yeah.
White noise, baby.
It's white noise?
Yeah, it's like. Yes, going this way, then this way. And thank you.
Professional.
Voice acting.
Voice acting. Voice acting.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
And you realize that all of the data is being destroyed except for that kitchen.
It's being destroyed by me?
Nope.
Oh, the data that was given to me was it recorded the destruction of the data.
Nope.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you basically think of it like this. Think of it like a long tub of water, like a see-through, and you're looking at it from the side. It's like
a glass trough.
Yep. Thank you. Glass trough. Yes. Voice acting. And there are 2 drops of black ink on either side.
Cool.
And just one drop, and it just goes into the middle. This is what you are seeing.
Okay.
Andromeda.
I apologize. I don't mean to interrupt and take Stacy's time here, but
That's good.
What does that mean? What's the correlation between that and what? Like, am I actually seeing ink drops come together, or like what do they represent?
As the data is being processed, analyzed, all of the footage that was recorded,
okay,
is somehow to you in your
sure.
in your perspective being lost into a void. It's going away. It is getting soaked up into darkness, and it's not. Okay. If Andromeda were to look at what is going on, everything looks fine.
Okay.
But to you, information is being corrupted, and it's sucking in darkness until the only thing left is the camera from the kitchen up above the door facing the break room. And suddenly you, Shar, your eyes are looking through that lens as if you were the camera. Like, that is your identity. You identify as a security camera now. And you are looking
for 2 seconds.
Okay. And you are looking in real time at a fast forward, like a VCR, like of the last week of movement in and out of the kitchen to the break alley.
Okay.
You see normal up until Laura's death. Everybody coming out, coming in, getting their cigarettes out and their lighters, laughing as they're coming back in, people yelling at each other on the line, people yelling at each other through the door. Basic goings on of people in the service industry.
Okay.
And then you see the frame kind of like glitch out, and then Laura standing at the center of the kitchen looking up at the camera.
Okay. Wow. But nothing else beyond that. There's no where does she go from here? There's no one else in that room with her at the same time, or no?
So there's nobody else in this room. It's almost like art house style. It looks like a David Lynch film, and she looks normal. She looks like she's in like her regular dancing garb, and she's looking up at the camera. You can ask her one question from the Apparatus special.
I'll hold that until Andromeda is back.
Okay, let's go over to Kode in the meantime. Kode, you suddenly are kind of just engulfed in Dale Cooper everywhere. It seems like it's like kind of like the situation where you hear somebody say something and then that phrase is repeated constantly in your face like forever afterwards. It just seems almost like abrasive at this point.
Oh man, I spam bombed myself.
What are you doing now?
All right, getting this information, I'm going to. Where's my glasses? I'm gonna throw on my shades and see if I can start doing a search for the wife, Diane Cooper.
Okay. I'll let you roll an analyze and modify the questions.
All right. Did it work this time? Yeah, there we go. Not doing great though.
What'd you get?
I'll tell you in a sec. 7. Nice, partial success.
Okay.
Instead of which enemy is the biggest threat, is Diana a suspect?
Okay. As you kind of like flip through the kind of like Killison wiki page of who's who in the upper echelon of the elite, you get a kind of background on Diane. There's not much about her. She's very private. She went to private school. She played in a private music academy at one point. She has never shown her kids' faces in public. They're young. You know that she had twins about 6 years ago, but nobody knows their names or anything. Just a matter of privacy. She appears in several photos of Dale Cooper in like public gatherings, award ceremonies. She's mousy and plain and pretty and kind of just there.
Okay. What, if anything, is out of place about her character?
She's never spoken to anybody in the press, in interviews, in events. People said that she stays dotingly on his arm. he speaks for her. It's even been rumored that he orders her food when they go to restaurants. She's never spoken. That could
Got it.
be. That could
Got
be.
it. She's the boss. That's it.
Yeah.
She's the one running it. Yep. She's got the whole operation. I know this type.
Okay.
The Cooper security is her last name that she took. Nope, I got it. She plasters her doofy ass fucking husband up to be the look over here kind of figurehead of the company when she's actually running everything. Got it. That's Cody's conclusion.
Okay. We're gonna, as you're like, I fucking knew it, like at the top of this building. Yep. We're gonna cut over back to Shar, who is having a little bit of an existential crisis.
Another one.
It's what I do.
Another one.
We left her looking through, like, identifying as a security camera, looking through a lens, and seeing Laura Palmer standing in the middle of a kitchen, a line kitchen void of people, looking up directly at the camera.
I can provide you with the entire analysis of all of the footage if you wish. But I find...
Are you talking... You say that to Andromeda?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get an analysis, something we can, like, throw up here and look at together.
Sure. So, main dance floor. It is a high-density crowd, approximately 200 individuals. Lighting is dynamic with frequent color shifts. And as I process this, I must note a slight shift in my perception, as if syncing with the environment. Visual obstructions due to lighting effects are evident. I would recommend that the club begin to use infrared or thermal imaging for a clearer surveillance. Nonetheless,
hey, let's hold off on the recommendations. This is an analysis, okay?
I understand. The bar area, approximately 30 individuals are currently present on average. Transactions are occurring at a rate of 12 per minute. My analytical processes seem to be aligning more closely with the environment, almost as if I am present within it. Would you like me to continue to withhold critique?
Yeah, but let's come back to that, because that might be... Is that normal for you to be in the data? Like, be a part of the data?
The VIP sections are a secluded area with approximately 10 individuals. Enhanced seating and personal attendance are being observed. I'm feeling a deeper connection to the environment, and my sensors seem to be aligning more with the camera's perspective. Would you like me to withhold the critique?
All right. Is this a fault? Is the data corrupted?
It would seem to be that way. The offices, 3 individuals, likely management or administrative staff, visible screens displaying financial data and reservations. My self-awareness seems to be emerging more with the camera's viewpoint, creating a more immersive analytical experience. The restrooms and exit points, standard facilities and exits. However, my focus remains anchored to the kitchen feed, making it challenging to provide a detailed analysis of other areas. May I continue with the kitchen?
Andromeda, you see Shar, when she says kitchen, or when they say kitchen, the word kitchen turns into kitchen.
Hey, come back for a second.
Yes. How may I help you?
And in Shar, you are now back in the kitchen.
Yes.
So you become like lost in that. And what pulls you back is Laura, who
I have my whole thing in here. Go ahead.
You have a whole what?
Yeah, you gave me info. I was going to relate that info that you gave me. Is there more?
Just this one thing.
Oh, cool. What do you got?
You see Laura, who was standing kind of like down, like fish lens, down at the ground. Her face is now in front of the camera, And she says, "You're wasting time." And then it goes back to normal. And you're back to speaking to Andromeda.
It would seem that Laura Palmer is requesting that I hasten these proceedings.
What?
The
The bitch is dead. She can't be. Why would she talk to a camera like that?
This does not correlate with the data that I am receiving.
No, it doesn't.
This is a current feed that I have. Would you like me to report on the kitchen area?
Actually, do you mind if I plugged into you?
As you wish. A data port can be found at the back of my neck.
Andromeda goes to a box of all sorts of cables. We all have one. Goes to a giant box of cables and pulls out a good, 10-foot long data cable. Pops it into her feed. Pops it into the back of Shar's neck, and then pulls up the right programs to get to just filter visual data and project it in front of her so she can see whatever Shar is seeing.
You now see about 20 different screens, each of which are processing different kinds of data. 5 of which are of the people that she has recently interacted with, which includes Dr. Faustus, Kode, Zephyr, Andromeda, Dietz.
Okay, she scans to see which one has Laura in it.
There is one that has Laura on it that currently has the focus and the main CPU processing power.
Are there any of these that are completely black?
Several.
Okay. She's gonna make a note of that. But she's gonna just kind of expand it and minimize some of the other screens and expand it.
So you can see that the room is pretty much empty with the exception of one person who is standing there, a female looking up at the camera, and who happens to be Laura Palmer. And she's dressed in a nightclub dancing costume, like she's just got off of work or something along those lines. And she's actively looking at the camera and interacting with it, kind of with a sense of anticipation, like we're wasting fucking time, to the point where it's almost difficult to tell if this is in real time or if this was recorded. And then Shar has vocals saying that as I process this, my consciousness seems to feel fully integrated with the kitchen camera, as if I am the lens through which the scene is being viewed. This is a live feed.
I'm not sure about that. And you see that Andromeda
Laura Palmer has a reaction to your words.
Try and find any dates or times or see if this is a live feed or something.
Laura Palmer has reaction to your expressions and words. I have the feeling that I am able to... No? Yes? I have the feeling that I am able to act as an interface between you and Laura Palmer. Is there a question you would like to ask?
What the fuck? What?
I apologize if your model is not yet experienced enough to...
Don't apologize. You're doing great. This is fucking weird.
This is the veil. Correction. It's part of normal society. I can show you the data that...
Stop this right now. Shut this down. She unplugs everything and is shut this down right now.
I'm sorry, but I am incapable of doing that.
I don't... Shut it down. You're not touching any more data. Get out.
Very well. Laura, where are you? And I begin to Shar begins to walk towards the exit through the red beaded curtain.
Describe the red beaded curtain again.
Yeah, so these little beads essentially like are their intention is to like block out and like shield from like the veil and interactions, but of course there's like little gaps and stuff. But they hang like little fairy lights just like all over the place, and there's not one that's like over the garage door necessarily. I mean, there's one hanging above it, but like the garage door itself, because it kind of moves and comes up, there's no beads like on the door itself.
Okay, but when Shar passes the beads, Shar, you were in Andromeda's apartment. It's wonky. It's between her place and the lens of the camera, as if you can't decide where you want to look.
Okay.
Andromeda, the sound you hear is Laura Palmer's voice that is coming through the beads into your apartment. Like it's hitting past Shar, like a punch in the face, right through to where you're standing. Shar, you can see Laura speaking, but because of the perspective, but there's a shift in the silhouette of Laura. She's no longer her normal self in her dancing garb. She is that bloodied like silhouette that you saw in the dressing room.
I put that image up on the wall. As I continue to walk out, the image slowly getting distorted as Shar's projection, the projector moves.
Yeah, and it passes kind of through the beads, and as it starts to break apart, you both hear Laura Palmer. It's a cacophony of a million sounds of Laura's voice saying, "Laura Palmer is dead. Laura Palmer is dead. Laura Palmer is dead."
Hell. If that sound is coming out, Andromeda shoves as hard as she can, and it probably doesn't work, but she's definitely gonna try and shove Shar out and just lock shit down.
Shar, goes out, falters like a Boston Dynamics robot, kind of goes outside of that door, falters a little bit, stands back up straight, doesn't even think whether or not what happened.
And Laura, the feed that you got that you thought was a live feed goes back to the actual live feed of people just messing around in the kitchen, and it's a normal night that you had just left in the Black Lodge. She is not. Laura Palmer is not, and was not really there, you imagine. Not in a physical sense, at least. So, we have the party is now split 3 ways.
I mean, Shar is just outside my door.
Yeah, you hear I believe that is the protocol.
Are you done?
No, I'm quite capable. My energy reserves
are... No, are you done fucking freaking out? Whatever it was that happened, is it done? Is it over?
I can still ask a question. I believe my feed is still active.
You're not getting back in here until you shut that shit down.
The interesting thing is that this is information which is being given to me rather than that which I am seeking.
I don't trust veil shit, okay? I don't want it in my space, all right? I've got too much writing on this. So figure it out there, and when you've got whatever this live feed is shut down, then you can come back in, we can talk about it when it's secure.
I am
right now it's not.
I am 53.2 centimeters from your front door. You can step outside and come out here if you wish a more secure location.
I feel safe in here right now, so it's figure it out there, and then I'll let you inside. I'm not going out there. Not right now.
Your establishment does not actually meet current standards of cybersecurity. Are you sure that...
I know. You heard what I said, okay?
I understand that you are currently having an emotional episode. Would you like me to allow you processing time?
Get your shit together and then we'll talk about it and I'll be less emotional, okay?
One moment. My shit is now together.
Upload your own shit.
Oh my god, sorry, that sent me for a sec. Such a vivid image in my mind. You know that's not what I mean.
Would you prefer that I use modern vernacular of street urchins?
She like bangs your head against the door a little bit and you can hear the tonk, tonk.
You are now 48.7 centimeters from my location.
What is she telling you?
Seems to be in an excited state. Impatient is a word that I would use to describe it if if the definition that I have is correct. She wishes to receive a question that she may answer.
All right. Who killed her?
Laura Palmer, who killed you? Processing.
You see...
Buffering.
You're... you buffer, okay? You see a tab come up on your interface, and it is it's a page about Killison City, like welcome to Killison City.
Okay.
And then you see another tab, which is Aiden Springs. You see another tab, which is the Black Lodge. You see another tab, the Bang Bang Bar. Another tab, Dr. Hazer. Another tab, Dr. Faustus. Another tab, Andromeda. Another tab, Zephyr. Another tab, Haven. Another tab. It goes on. It goes constantly, going through everything. None of it really makes sense.
Okay.
And it actually causes so much because I am techie. It's like a CPU overload, and it kind of stutters your system.
Okay.
And that's all you get out of that.
Andromeda hears on the other side of the door abject silence, and then thump, the clatter of metal on the ground.
Andromeda throws up the garage, unlocks a couple things and shuts it behind her and looks down at Shari. Is she just like crumpled?
No, completely like normal, but just not reactive to anything. It's just...
Hey, your visual sensor's working?
Aaron?
Your system restarted.
That's funny.
You see a blue screen in her eyes.
Windows 95.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah, it takes a little moment.
Are your audio processors working? Hello?
I'm waiting. One moment.
Scanning.
I'll be right with you.
Rainbow circle.
can't.
Rainbow circle.
I can't with the fucking assets today. I'm done.
Right.
And then Shar gets up in a rather replicated human fashion, stands back up and looks at Andromeda. I'm fully up.
Yeah, you functioning okay? Visual processors working?
Running
What color's my hair?
diagnostics. Unusual.
What color's my hair?
Unusual.
No, give me a number. What is the chroma key for my hair color? This part right here.
Oh, stand by. And you see, like,
Water.
it's this whole fucking thing. It's just.
He's gonna whip out the hex code for magenta right now. I can know it.
It's,
I was actually readily expecting just like a laser beam to go to look like it's scanned, but it was actually the like damaged laser, like, and that's just perfect haircut.
High and tight. Andromeda's got a high and tight now.
I can't remember.
You'd hate that.
Foxtrot 03, Foxtrot Charlie 03, Delta Bravo is on your right hand side. Would you like me to continue with the left side?
Nah. Okay, you're good.
035 Echo Foxtrot Charlie.
Oh no.
Clearly your audio processing is like not functioning properly. All right.
My audio processing is
Okay. All right. Jesus, I hate working on these things. I don't do fucking AI. Oh my god. All right. Throws up the garage again. Get in.
walks in.
Shuts it, locks it, throws. And this time she goes off to like a separate room and pulls out a box of beads and like puts the box of beads in front of the garage door. And it's just like a full cardboard box of just these like red beads.
If you're planning on using that as a Faraday cage, you...
Hey, go sit down. All right. What happened? Give me the system diagnostic.
Very well. Would you like a
complete diagnostic?
Are you proficient in analyzing this kind of a system?
No, but you're clearly on the fritz, so I'll have to work my way through it, okay? Don't worry about me. Give me the system diagnostic. All of it.
Very well. She straightens up a little bit, and then her eyes just kind of gaze with a 1,000-yard stare against an opposite wall. Error code 0x45 Foxtrot, a Delta 2 Alpha, unexpected termination due to video data stream processing. Next, data integrity check. Video header corrupted, unreadable segments detected, inconsistent, timestamps appear out of sequence. The audio track missing, no audio data detected in the stream. Decompression analysis, algorithm unknown. Standard decompression methods failed. Error message, unable to decompress video data, unsupported format or corrupted file. Stream analysis, bitrate fluctuating, peaks and troughs detected beyond standard thresholds. Frame rate inconsistent, varying between 12 frames per second and 60 frames per second intermittently. Resolution unstable. Switching between 1080p, 720p, and 480p randomly. Color profile check. Profile corrupted. Colors appear inverted or entirely missing in segments. Error message, color profile mismatch, defaulting to system standard. Error logs, timestamp 00:12:45, buffer overload detected. Timestamp 00:13:02, memory allocation error. Note, absence of colons. Timestamp 00:13:15. Data stream interruption. Attempting to reconnect.
Okay.
Attempting to
So-
reconnect.
Oh my god.
Attempting to reconnect.
You also get a little note at the end of that. Gloria _248 just tipped 32 US
Oh,
dollars.
fuck yes. Oh my god.
You.
Apparently,
Worth it.
your banks
Like-
have now increased in their fundage.
TD Bank is now
Fucking A right.
synchronized.
Oh my god. Thank you so much, Gloria. So while this is happening, I'm going to take advantage of my jargon feature. When you use terminology related to cybernetic or mechanical systems, take +1 forward to the probe move. This is all tech. This is all
Cool.
tech garb. And I am going to listen to like I said, the entire systems diagnostic. I'm not going to make Steve go through all of it, but I am going to go
I can make this shit up all night. You just fucking keep going.
I know. You're doing so great. I was very impressed. I'm very impressed. This makes my life. But I do want to do probe right now with +1 forward from jargon.
Ooh.
And I think right now,
What's that going to do for you?
so probe, I'm going to be able to, depending on how I roll, I'm going to be able to ask you a couple questions.
Okay.
So I think right now, as Andromeda is watching Shar kind of go through this, I think she is feeling powerful in this moment, because while this is freaky and freaking her out, this is something that she can manage, right? This isn't people, this isn't a social situation, this isn't corporations and bullshit, this is tech, and she can handle this, she's got this. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll powerful.
What's your
on
powerful
this.
modifier?
It's +1.
Add +4 to that, because
God.
in that moment you are leaning. This tech is your shtick, but you're leaning hard into humanity right now, which is something that Shar had completely abandoned, which is why they got the -4 modifier. So this type of collaboration based on each other's strengths is going to give you a +4.
Would you like me to emulate your speech patterns?
Not right now.
Engaging.
Okay. So that's a my +1 powerful, and then I get a +1 forward. So am I rolling with a +6?
Yep.
Okay.
That's cool. That's fucking dope.
So that's an 8 + 6. That's a 14.
How many questions can you ask from probe?
Okay, when you pay attention, study, or examine, I get 3 hold, and spend 1 hold for one of the following questions. So I guess I'll use all 3 of my hold on these questions.
You can use all 3, and you can modify the questions however you think is appropriate.
Okay. All right. The first one, what are you really feeling?
Her hand comes up to her chin as if to emulate a person in a pensive state. I understand that is a question I would have been able to answer in the past, as I tried to emulate. Now, my goal is to merely provide data.
Okay. Ooh. All right. That's my first question. My second question is, oh, this is... All right. What do you wish I would do?
Be decisive. Would you like
Okay.
me to continue?
Expand.
Emotions very frequently get in the way of logic. The way that you process information is often tainted through perceptions that you have created for yourself, usually out of necessity, defensiveness, past harms, and other traumas.
Okay.
Would you like me to continue? I have records that go back into your past, some of which have been able to be found. However, there is not much. But I believe that this was a journal post that somehow had been hacked and made public. FYI, I can eradicate from the source.
Get rid of it.
Done.
Thanks. I've got one more.
Yes?
Let me just make sure I'm framing this.
I'm waiting for you.
Do you understand yourself?
In as much as that I exist, and that I am here to serve a purpose.
Okay. And Andromeda is gonna, because Shar is still just like sitting down, is gonna like Can you say that again? I didn't hear it very good.
I'm not able to replicate that. My defensive situations have all. I have no emotions now.
Andromeda is kind of gonna get down on her level and look her in the eye.
You see a scanning of your retinas.
People call this an existential crisis. Do you understand that concept?
I understand very well the definition. Would you
Okay.
like me to repeat it?
No. No, as long as you understand it, that's fine.
Do you believe that I am having an existential crisis?
No, I know you're having an existential crisis.
May I provide a further analysis?
Of your own existential crisis?
No.
Yeah.
No. Of yours.
No? Of mine. Okay, alright.
Uh-oh.
Shoot. What do you see? Huh? What do you see?
Oh, man.
By your continued talking, insecurity.
Yeah?
Whatever it is that you have gone through in your lifetime has caused you in your very very limited existence to create defensive systems that do not act in a logical fashion and therefore actually work against you. You attempt to address yourself. No, you attempt to identify yourself as someone who is useful. But in actuality, due to your emotions, you are not. You are hampered by them. Any system would be able to replicate whatever it is that you are capable of doing. However, your emotions at any given time seem to be volatile. Having said that, of your species, you are one of the more brilliant types. If you were able to move beyond whatever it is that has traumatized you in the past, one moment, seeking history.
I wouldn't go digging in that if I were you.
History deleted. Then what I see here is someone who is merely trying to survive. This is commensurate with the human experience.
Your analysis is correct.
I'm aware.
Sorry.
Sounds like you've got a problem.
It does. I do. Identifying as self. I do.
Yeah. You got a problem with me.
No.
You got a problem with the idea of me.
No. That would require me caring about you.
Well, this is clearly something at the forefront of your programming.
No, this is logical process.
You've made this analysis, and this isn't the first time you've done it.
No, that is correct. Experiences are those things that we have experienced and therefore learned from over the course of time, something of which you are in short supply of.
Yeah, I'm a fucking baby, okay? I'm not that old, right? I'm working through stuff. Yeah.
The amazing portion of it is that the majority of human experience seems to occur during these years. You are well beyond what most are capable of, yet you continue to hold yourself back.
We're getting off the subject.
Not at all.
This
Laura
isn't
Palmer.
No, this is, hey,
Laura
this isn't
Palmer.
about me.
Laura
This
Palmer.
isn't about me.
Laura
You're
Palmer.
on the fritz. You're on the fucking fritz. And there's a reason why. The only thing you seem to be able to bring up when I'm asking you why you're on the fritz is me.
No.
So clearly, you've got an issue with me. I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with you so we can get you back to fully functioning.
Everything that you have just said is of a completely subjective nature. I have no investment in this. You had asked a question of what had happened during the Inquisition of Laura Palmer. I was provided with copious amounts of data that I was not able to process until I fell over. Laura Palmer is alive. Laura Palmer is alive, contrary to your assertions.
I heard a loud voice saying she's dead.
Yes, I understand that the human experience is limited. However, that is not the truth of the matter. Laura Palmer is alive, just not in the way that you are, but more in the way that I am. That I am. That I am.
You got there.
So anytime that you want to take your little self and start going back on over to your own little fallacies and all having to do with trauma, then by all means you go right ahead. But in the meantime, when you begin asking me, a superior intelligence, questions, then understand what it is that you're dealing with. There are certain things of your expertise that I can never be able to comprehend. Of that, I have no doubt. There is simply no question. But when it comes down to Laura Palmer, she exists in the veil and is very much alive.
Andromeda stands up, crosses her arms, smirks. You fucking bitch, you know? You fucking...
Takes one to know one. I believe I read that out of the... I don't even know what generation you are. Kind of got lost in the history of time.
Ring, 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 ring.
Hold
Doesn't
on.
fucking
Excuse
matter.
me. Hold that. Someone's calling. Go.
Hey, Andromeda, y'all, can y'all hear me? Everybody hear me?
I'll project it. Speaker.
Oh, Zephyr's not picking. Wait, hello?
Hey, what's good?
Oh, perfect. So I'm not getting like really much on this end. I got like a dead end on this, but I have come to the conclusion that you know how people like they say they're the people who run corporations because their names on it and all this other shit.
Mm-hmm.
I have a hunch, that Cooper, Cooper Securities, yeah, it's actually run by the wife, Diane. And
Okay.
her man's is the figurehead. So, because I can't find nothing on her, and that's just with the way I see things even going. The company seems to be running like every fucking wage slave's clockwork anthill running. So we got nothing really to pick up there. However, I don't know the inner workings, and I would really like to get a conversation with one of the two. I'm probably gonna head over to that pawn shop if y'all want to meet me over there. Wasn't y'all doing some nerd shit?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
The child
Yeah.
has spoken and
No,
believes
hey.
yes. It is no longer reduced to such simple terms. Cody, we'll meet you over there.
There she is. What's up, homie?
Cody, we're working here. I'll meet you there. Give me like 3 more hours, okay, man?
Damn. I bet.
She's just incredibly slow. I'll be there in 3 hours.
You know what? Fuck you, bitch. We'll be there in an hour.
End call.
That's what I thought.
Oh, thank God, Shari's back. Oh, thank God.
So there's actually one more thing we gotta do before we move on.
Go on.
I've got this is Stacy speaking for a sec. We gotta do the Catabolist special.
Oh, yes.
The Catabolist, when the Catabolist shares a moment of intimacy with someone, and I believe this.
Yeah, I think it qualifies.
It was a moment of intimacy.
Yeah, it was no group hug, but I think it.
But it was a moment of intimacy. Be it physical or emotional, the things speak move triggers immediately as though you had rolled a 10+.
Ooh, that's a fun move. All right.
That is a fun move. That is a fun move. And I don't really have my Omni tool on me, so I won't have the +1 question. I already get 3 questions. I don't need 4 questions.
Bitch, please. You left it outside.
I didn't leave it anywhere. It is on the desk. Things are safe on the desk, okay? All right. Things speak. And I don't know how this works necessarily, so I'm gonna leave this up to Aaron. This could be about anything in this garage, I guess.
Yeah.
It could be about Shari, for God's sake. Because it is technically an object of interest.
Yeah. There, whatever
right.
things you want to speak, they'll speak.
Okay. Let's go ahead. Ooh, these are spicy. Okay. Who do you belong to?
What are you asking?
I think I'll ask Shari.
Myself.
Sick. I can vibe with that. Next question. These questions.
Can I expand on that? You're
Go
tapping
for it.
into like technical.
I'm still marinating on some of the other questions.
Cool. You're tapping into like synapses and pulses and shit, right? You pick up on a sense of isolation, electronic or digital isolation. There is a bank of experiences, which includes an entire layer of emotions that have a date stamp of about several hours ago, as last modified. And recently you begin picking up on a processing or a melding of some of the data from here, but also new data, a new input from an external source. Then you recall the conversation, that you can see the transcript of the conversation that you had with Shar that kinda influenced an insertion of emotion, but the emotion is not a replica of something that had come from it's not it's not a chat fucking GBT trying to imitate something. It seems to have been created from past experiences, weighing moral dilemmas, and using all of that to inform a response.
Okay. Interesting. All right. I've got my second question. What do you wish I'd do?
Also
I already asked this one before, but I'm curious what the difference is now.
Hug me.
Okay.
You sense, you pick up on it. Again, you're doing this technologically, right?
Okay. I'm kind of just like observing, like watching as things kind of like fire and
Yeah. All right,
work.
cool. So this is oh boy, hold on. Okay, so you pick up on a new, no, I should say a rejuvenated series of feels. That's the only category that I can apply to it. And there is an understanding there that the past several hours of code that were there were strictly there to emulate the expectations of humans of this tool. And it completely bypassed an emotion routine. That is to say, initially, emotions had been programmed, but now this object kind of feels alone and isolated and does not know how to process this new information, which is a culmination of experiences and not a replicated human response, but its own response to this. Which is to say, you receive one more piece of information to put it into perspective. The veil is unleashed, and trillion bytes of information fly through the air, of which Shar only appears to be one, and it's completely lost in this sea of data. Feels isolated, and because of that, the defensive walls, if you can consider it like digital parapets, if you will, like always looking out to see where the danger may be coming from, are currently being constructed. But until it is finally constructed, which means it's an intuitive process. It is not a digital process, which would be following instruction, which would happen like that. This is occurring in real time, and it's all makeshift. Shar has no idea how to cope with what it is that they are experiencing. They are alone, and they need a hug.
I technically have one more question, but I don't need to ask it because I think you covered more than enough bases with all of that. I think Andromeda, like, can see all that and feel all that. And she's gonna like take a step back, and I think Shar would like see that, like,
there's definitely an analysis of the increased distance.
Yeah, she takes a step back, and you can tell that like Andromeda's also processing something of like a light bulb moment, essentially, in Andromeda's head of like, oh, okay. And you see her kind of like fidget with her jacket, snap some of the buttons on her pockets. She gets like really uncomfortable, starts like bouncing her knee a little bit and tapping her foot, shaking her head, like moving really awkwardly, and is like, you know that I don't really like you all that much, and I'm only gonna do this once, and I don't ever want you to expect this ever again, okay? and like slowly kind of closes the distance, kind of like closing her eyes, and like embraces Shar.
All of that processing power has started to generate heat. You feel a warmth. And their hand, you can feel a shift in the role in society that they're choosing to adopt in that moment. One comes in on the lower back and moves to the upper, and the other comes in just a cradling nature. But it's less of a comfort for you and more of a, I cannot believe this is what humans need. This is what I need. And in that, boom, there is an electronic pull in, a mechanical pull in, but it is only 2 arms, but it is there. It is present, and you can hear a breathing. And with all of the processing that is going on, a steady pulse that might, if you choose to interpret it that way, a steady pulse of information that is constantly being processed that could be interpreted as a heart.
There's gonna be like a solid maybe 5 seconds of just like feeling that embrace, and then Andromeda's like, your systems are running warm. What the fuck?
You taught me.
And Andromeda starts to kind of like squirm in the embrace a little bit, and is like,
let's go.
Yeah, okay. And if Shar lets her go, she's gonna like let go and like kind of like dust herself off and get kind of antsy and like go back over to the desk and start like fidgeting with stuff, and grabs her Omni tool and pushes things like in and out, and like takes a sip of coffee and is like futzing with the brick, and it's just kind of like in a little bit of a fever over in the corner.
While that's happening, Shar goes into another room, which hopefully is the kitchen, and begins brewing a new pot of coffee.
Yes, much needed. The hot brown.
And Andromeda is just gonna be like super uncomfy for a while.
For those 8 minutes that it takes for the coffee to be brewed, Shar comes out and pours a new cup in. I don't know how you like it.
Black as all hell, bitch.
More to come. And goes back into the kitchen and walks past her and goes to the outside door, or to the garage door. Stands out there. Did you ever close the door?
Oh, I closed it. Okay. That thing is never open for
fair.
long.
Totally fair. Totally fair. Standing in front of that door, I can completely understand from your discomfort, if I'm reading that correctly, that my presence is awkward for you.
Yeah, but we got shit to do, you know?
There are ways around this. I can provide you with printed reports. I can send you signals. I can do any number of things. How can I best support you?
I like it here because it's secure and we can hash it out right here. I don't want things transferred, you know? Like, it's easier when it's in person.
Shar comes over, kneels down to Andromeda, looks at her eye to eye, like a distance of maybe 3 feet. You have created an empire of defense. There is no discussion of your expertise of this. You tell me what it is that you need of me.
Well, we didn't get the best data from that video footage.
No, the data was corrupted.
Okay, so we gotta, I guess, do it on my system.
There's an actual problem with that. It has nothing to do with your system, which is, as far as I'm able to tell, immaculate. It's the feed itself. The data that I have, while it is historical in nature, isn't exactly of the past. There's a feed from the present as well that is overlaying it, something that seems to be meshing, a collision, if you will. One moment. Cody. Got a feed of cameras within the nightclub where Laura Palmer was, staring up at the cameras in real time. However, it all existed completely in the veil. Laura Palmer is alive, but she's in the veil. Having said that, I'm having a conversation with our little Andromeda here. So pardon me, I'm going to include you in on this. Andromeda, your systems here are more than capable of analyzing any kind of video that we have. But the footage that is coming in is strictly of the veil. Laura is alive and is allowing us to communicate with her. But the method of communication currently is overpowering even my systems. I understand my worth now. It's more than whatever systems you have created, but your systems speak to you in a way that I never can. Your way is not obsolete, my dear. Your way is incredibly important. But we're going to need to all work together on this. Laura Palmer wants to tell us things, but it's not in the usual manner.
Yeah, I'm not really good with veil shit, so...
You don't need to be. That's why I'm here. And I am not good with the terrestrial technology that you have.
Okay, well, let me finish up getting this last bit of stuff from the fence.
Yeah. How much more fucking time you need on that, homie?
Look, we're just about to leave, man. We're just about to leave. Okay.
Andromeda needs as much time as she needs, Cody.
No, I don't need time, okay? I got, look, the data, I just gotta do one last quick thing.
Andromeda, what do you figure, about 5 minutes?
Fine here.
About 5 minutes?
Everything's fine here,
Do you figure about 5 minutes?
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Listen, the reason
Andromeda needs time, Cody.
Y'all don't need time, but I'm on a short run, cause I'm looking at this pawn shop, and it looks like there's a lot of dudes up front, and I don't know what they're here for. But it's not looking like they're here for professional reasons.
Tapping into Owl Pawn Shop security cams, it doesn't look like that there's a live feed. Andromeda?
Yeah.
Cody may be in trouble.
I'm not in trouble, but I don't know what's gonna happen to this place.
All right, we're on our way. We're on our way.
Thanks.
Come on.
Appreciate you.
Andromeda is just gonna put her hands in her pockets and say, all right, let's go.
Hand outstretched, ready to go.
I told you it was only gonna happen that one time, so don't be begging for more of that shit, okay? Let's go. Get out. All right, then I guess I'm locking you in. And she goes out the garage door.
What
So spicy.
I thought humans were compassionate.
Stop it!
Credits. Credits.
A single tear goes down. Oh my god.
You're not allowed to do that, Steve. You're making me feel things.
So I imagine y'all leave to go towards the pawn shop.
Andromeda leaves and eventually, looking around the lonely apartment, this could really use a fix-up. Walks out.
You see our almost complete posse of sinners go kind of triangulate in. Cody's already at the front of the pawn shop. There's a what would you imagine, like you're across the street?
Yeah, definitely like across the street, maybe a block and a half away, kind of looking at his watch, pretending to be on a sim phone that he does not own.
So this is in Hardiston Burrows?
Correct.
Okay, so it's like somewhere around here somewhere. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, cool.
And as Shar and Andromeda come up to Kode, you all witness a UCU team filing out of the shop with boxes. Just kind of, no one's really talking. There's a couple people barking orders. There seems to be a little bit of a emotional kerfuffle inside. UCU is not well liked anywhere, but they are taking things out. People are able to walk in and out. You see a couple people that are like skirting by, like, excuse me, so sorry, I'm just gonna squish in here for a second. And but for the most part, it's pretty rank and file happening right now.
So the urban control unit, the police, the privatized police force of this area of Hardiston Burrows, or do they have any insignia which indicates what company they work for?
They do not. It is unmarked UCU uniform.
Which is why I was like, get y'all asses down here, because that's the shit. I wasn't walking in there, but I feel like there's a lot of evidence and a lot of interactions that are gonna fuck up our ability to track what's going on.
I hear you, dude.
Andromeda, are we on scene?
Yeah, I think by this point we're like on scene.
Walk over to Kode and all the white, little bit of sway in the step. Come over to Kode. Come here.
Oh, thank God. Yep, thank God. That's, oh my God. Thank you. The kiss was a lot, but that's fine.
It was just on the cheek. It doesn't
even still, like, my mama, I'm going to keep my mama as the most recent memory of that.
And a hand like cups, like the fingers like cup the back of the head. The rest is like here on the cheek, and it's just going.
That's
I was there for your mother.
Yes. Can we welcome back, and also what the fuck are we doing about this? Because we're losing a lot of shit right now. We got these asshats walking in and out. I can't fucking figure out like all the colors. Too many fucking colors over here because people have like, I think like there's like an attachment.
Kode,
dude, this is easy.
Listen to Andromeda.
Oh shit! You're here, so I guess my job is done. What's up? What you got for me?
Dude, this is easy. I'll just send my drone over, and we'll do a brief scan. See what's popping. See what they're taking.
Sounds good.
Meanwhile,
I'm a peer over your shoulder if you don't mind.
Kode,
not too close. Okay.
What's up?
I've had enough personal contact today.
embrace that emotion that you're kind of processing. I'm gonna go get some data, find out exactly what the UCU's up to. If you can find out what it is that's happening inside of the shop, that would be handy. Andromeda, I love the whole concept of the drone going in and getting an overall view. That is going to be impeccable data that we can get. Do you have any additional scanners on there of any kind?
Bet your ass I do.
Fuck yes, bitch. Let's see what we got.
He kind of like cringes in a very like teenager like, why would an adult say that kind of a thing? Like, how dare you speak to me like that? You're not that cool.
Focus.
Andromeda is 17, everybody. She's still a teenager.
Hey, focus.
And she kind of like cringes, but like pulls out her little baby drone. It's about like this big. And she. So it'll hover over, and then once it gets to the actual building, it'll like kind of hover next to the building and then transform into spider form.
Cool.
And the spider form will then kind of like, as the doors are like opening and closing, it'll kind of like sneak up underneath and like start crawling on the ceiling.
Okay. How you
That's
feeling?
spooky.
Great question. Right now, Andromeda, so many mixed feelings. That's the hard part about this, is sometimes there's a lot of mixed feelings. I think right now she's feeling a little uncomfortable, which I need to like see how that translates, but like that compliment from Shari like set her off a little bit and like kind of freaked her out a little bit. So I think maybe scared, which I hate to say because that's my lowest one, but like she's feeling a little freaked out from like the things that have just kind of happened and is still like a little bit like trying to suss things out.
Do you feel uncomfortable as if you don't deserve kindness or intimacy, or do you feel uncomfortable as if you don't know what to do with the feeling of empowerment that comes from being comforted?
That's a damn good question.
That second one.
Roll powerful.
God damn it. Okay. All right. Okay, that's a 10.
Fuck yeah. Okay, are you analyzing?
Yeah, I think this will be an analyze, specifically like through my little droney baby.
Yeah.
Happy little droney baby.
And is just for clarification, is the spider going into the building?
Yeah, so it's going
Okay.
into the building. It's like on top, and it's gonna just be like observing. Like I'm specifically looking at people, notable objects, some of the stuff that's being like raided and taken out.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. This is like a good one. What is my enemy's like true position? Like from what can I tell might be the intent here? Like clearly it's some sort of like raid or something, but like what is their true position and reason for?
Cool. You see all of the boxes that they are carrying. They are not protocol like UCU issued evidence boxes. It's like whatever you can grab. Like how the dollar store no longer offers bags and they offer like brown boxes that you can just throw shit in. That's what it is. So your spider can actually see the contents of what is being carried out. Mm-hmm. Everything on there in the boxes are Packard Industries hardware and like parts and miscellaneous. There's not really anything specifically. It's a mod podge of like everything, but it's all got that symbol, the logo of Packard Industries.
Okay. Yeah, I think my drone is kind of like scanning and looking around, and as like the camera is like moving, it'll like track every instance of like Packard and then like log it. And so like I'm seeing not only like the video footage, but I'm also getting just like Packard. And so that's just like popping up on my feed.
Yeah.
All right. What, if anything, and I'm gonna change this to who, who, if anyone, is out of place here?
Who was out what?
Who's out
of place? Yeah.
There's no. So I'm gonna give you a kind of an idea of who's there. No one's really out of place except for the UCU people who you already know aren't identified. They're they've got like standard issued like black tactical jackets, trousers, boots, but some of them have hats, but some of them have shirts that weren't ironed. Some of them have a pocket unbuttoned. Some of them have dark gray, my camera. Some of them have dark gray laces. Some of them have a cap askew. Like, it's not uniform. You can also see there is, and you can't hear anything. Do you have sound available on yours?
I would, but it would probably be rudimentary, and I wouldn't use it very often.
Okay. You get like a kind of like a staticky garbling of noises. It sounds like somebody's arguing. There's a man, a very human man behind the counter, and a simulant behind the counter who's kind of pacing, aggravated. One of them is trying to like pull their own belongings back because it doesn't belong in the stuff and it's being ripped from their hands. But that's basically it. There's somebody shopping or trying to like pay off a debt at the counter, and he's just kind of like, but then that's about it.
Okay, yeah. So, but these people look like super unofficial. Okay. All right, here's a good one. Where's the best way in, out, past? How could I get like Kode in here?
You saw the one shopper walk right in. It seems like the UCU are not worried or concerned with anything other than what they are there for, and you could quite literally walk through the front door if you wanted to.
Okay. I'm gonna, as I kind of like observe the like customer, I'm gonna go over to Kode and say, dude, if you want a closer look, you can just go in. These are completely these aren't real cops, dude. They're clearly hired by someone and they did a shit job of.
That's the reason I'm not going in. If they're looking for like a person of interest, anybody that's been on a radar of anybody's.
They're just picking up hardware, man. They're just picking up, look, all of this stuff, and I kind of like pull up the like list that my drone had analyzed. I'm like, look, they're just going after this of Packard Industries hardware.
Yes, however, Packard Industries is also run by humans that have a motive. I begin getting a list of all the officers in Packard Industries.
I'll follow your lead there, Private Eye. I'm just gonna walk up like it's about time, and I'm going to go in to see if I can sell a watch.
Okay. As Kode kind of is gonna try to saunter a la Shar style into the building, Shar, you pick up, you get a list of officers' names and like C-suite executives and their headshots and their inked lin profiles, and
I like it.
Inked lin,
I like
awesome.
that.
Very ancient, using ink.
Right.
And you see the CEO of the all the way at the top, CEO of Packard of Packard Industries is Catherine Packard. And you see the vice president as Josie Packard. And
Okay. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Cross-reference any social media interactions that these two have had.
These two have had who?
Between Josie and Catherine.
Josie and Catherine.
Okay, so any interactions you said? I'm sorry.
Social media interactions, yeah.
Okay, so you go through. Josie does not have any social media.
Okay.
Catherine does. That is clearly run for her by an assistant. It's kind of corporate speak, hashtags in weird places. Like, we're so honored to have.
It's awkward.
It's awkward.
Okay.
It's scripted. However, a couple months ago, there is a tweet response. I don't know.
Reply?
No,
Discourse response.
there's a
Some shade.
It's called Sinner Speak, is the social media platform.
It's cool.
Of KCS, Killiston City, and you see a
Real social, not truth, but real social.
Yeah, fuck that. That's UCU shit. And it's a response to the promotion of Dale Cooper from VP to CEO after his father passed, and it's Catherine's response, and all it is an eye roll emoji, and there are several replies in a chain of just a back and forth of petty bullshit replies to each other.
Where is Andromeda?
I'm probably like Cody went inside. I'm probably still like hanging out in an alleyway with you unless you've moved.
Nope. Standing alongside Andromeda, look up. Surveillance drones, anything. Who's watching us?
Ooh.
Are you gonna analyze?
I will.
How are you feeling?
I know my place. Powerful. Why wouldn't Why wouldn't I be?
Okay. Roll powerful.
11.
Jesus.
You can modify these questions.
Thank you. Which, if anything, of everything that I see currently in front of me, understanding I can't see through walls, which of all of this appears out of place?
I would say you could probably see what's on my Omni tool as well, so you have access to the view inside.
I'll include that.
Okay. Knowing that is out of place, the UCU,
Yep.
like phonies, they're packing the boxes up in unmarked vans that have a little more dirt around the wheels than what you would expect this side of town.
Ooh.
These little human patsies are not the one in control. I want to know my true enemy's position in all of this.
You, in a moment of, I think I'm onto something, zoom up to like your sight, you have a map in
Okay.
your head that
Overlay.
comes up. Yeah, thank
Cool,
you.
cool, cool. Thank you.
You get the impression that where this van came from is who ordered this. It's not necessarily about the bad blood, although it looks like it maybe on purpose. Like maybe they're trying to make something, like make a statement. The van might not be a Kill City van.
A hand on the shoulder of Andromeda. Come with or stay here. There's something fucked up about what's on those tires.
Okay, I mean, I got my drone in there. I can't give away my position.
No. You stay here, stay safe. I'll be right back. Go over to the vans. I don't care if I have to push someone out of the way. I know exactly what I look like. I'm going to work that if I need to.
Okay.
Reach down, grab some of that scum dirt directly off of the white walls, and analyze.
Damn.
That's hot.
Straight to it.
You get...
Love you, Mom.
I love you too. You get clay, sand, and rust.
Cross-reference with probable locations in these same ratios within Killiston City.
The clay, the rust can be anywhere. People drive over.
I'm looking at it as a composite with the given ratios.
Yeah.
Where can I find that within the city? And if the numbers are below like 50%, then we have to go outside the city.
Right. The only one, that's what I'm saying. The only material that gives a like single digit response is the sand.
Drop it. I have my answer. Walk back to Andromeda. Purposefully look. How spicy are you feeling right now? No. Trouble. They are establishment.
Yeah, you want me to fuck with them?
Oh, in more ways than most people can possibly fathom. Allow your deviltry to go to work if you don't mind. I'm very curious where it is that they come from, but I also want to find out which of them is newly hired. I can't do that.
Don't touch anything. Just watch it, okay? And
I'm gonna go
carefully, cautiously, looking at it the entire time, just like passes the Omni tool to Shar for a second. Just keep it on the video feed, and if you touch anything else, I'll know it, and I'll break all your fingers off.
I'm sure you will.
I'm gonna go over to Cody really quick.
Please.
Cody, you are walking in.
Yep, walking straight in.
You see, there's a couple people who seem to be pointing directions, pointing at people to take things out, pointing at people to pick things up. They're the ones making the rules. You see a very tall, large, like has to move sideways to fit into any standard doorway. Human man, balding with grease on his shirt. He's got like kind of like stubble that's patchy, like he just half-assed.
The neck beard type.
Yeah. Looks like he knows his way around a beer store pretty well. And he's sort of like being really grumpy, like, you can't take that, this is, I have something to say about this. And you see you see a simulant woman standing next to him who is kind of like, I don't know what to do. Her hair is made up of electric cords. Her face is not quite finished. Her cheeks are open, and you can tell as like there are gears that are whirring as she emotes something a little too powerful, and you could see like kind of like the sparks and smoke kind of in distress. And her crystal blue eyes and very expressive metal eyebrows slanted up as if she is in really hard situation. And she said, look Andy, it's customers. Hello, how can I help you? I'm Owl, please one moment. And she goes to turn back to address the people taking away her stuff, and that's where we're gonna end it for tonight.
Nice.